Hello and welcome to NITCON, Skill Development Program for IT and Digital Fields. This course has been facilitated by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. In this video, we will focus on prompt engineering, a skill that will make you ready for the digital world.
What is prompt engineering? Prompt engineering is the practice of crafting and refining instructions or prompts to get the best possible output from a generative artificial intelligence model, such as a large language model. Think of it as the art and science of communicating effectively with an AI. By carefully choosing the words, structure, and context of your prompts, you can guide the AI to produce more effective, accurate, relevant, and creative responses, moving beyond generic answers to achieve specific goals. Why is prompt engineering such an important skill? Prompt engineering is crucial because it's the key to unlock full potential of a large language model. It helps you to get tailored, high quality results from tools like ChatGPT or Gemini. Prompt engineering is an entry into the world of generative AI. And with this text based prompting, you will realize that you are only scratching the surface of such a transformative technology. Soon, just like Excel or email skill, prompting will also become an essential skill in many jobs. To get started, let's talk about five core principles that guide us. First, be specific. The more details you provide, the output from AI will be specific to what you needed. Second, provide context. Just like any human requires some background of the task to understand what kind of output is required, giving background to AI can help in getting better results. Third, use examples. Similar to humans, if an AI is given an example of what kind of output you are looking for, you can get suitable results with less number of iterations. Fourth, be direct. Do not put unnecessary information in your prompt. It reduces the quality of output from AI. Fifth, iterate. As an engineer, you will have to assess the output and tweak the prompt to generate the desired results. What can be done with prompt engineering? The possibilities are endless. You can use prompt engineering to write emails, draft articles, brainstorm ideas, translate language, write code, and even create marketing copy. It's a versatile tool that can automate repetitive tasks and help you generate creative solution for complex problem. Prompt engineering is an iterative process. Think of prompt engineering as a conversation. You don't just ask once and get a perfect answer. You start with a prompt, see the response, and then refine your request based on the results you're getting. This back and forth process of iterating is how you get the best possible output from an AI. Here are some examples. Writing code with help of AI. Generating lists using LLM. This is one of the most basic and useful tasks. You can simply ask an LLM to generate a list of anything you can think of, from books to a certain topic of the best places to visit in a city. It's a simple command that produces a structured and easy to read output. Hierarchical list generation. Taking it a step further, you can ask for a list with different levels like an outline. For example, you can request for list of historical period and then under each period a list of key events. This helps you to organize complex information in a logical way, much like a table of contents. AI assisted questioning. Need to prepare for a meeting or an interview? You can use an AI to generate a list of questions based on a topic or document. This helps you anticipate questions that might get asked and make yourself prepared for the interview. Using AI to brainstorm ideas and drafts. Staring at a blank page is the worst. Use an LLM as your brainstorming partner. You can feed it a topic and ask multiple ideas, outlines, or even first draft. This gets the creative ball rolling and provides a solid starting point for your work. Summarization. Summarization is one of the most common and helpful uses of LLM. You can provide a long article or a document and ask the AI to condense it into a few key points. It's a great way to save time and quickly grab the main ideas of a text. AI powered summarization and analysis. Beyond simple summarization, you can ask an AI to analyze text as it summarizes it. For example, you could ask it to summarize this article and identify the main arguments, or summarize this report and highlight the key findings. AI assisted proofreading and writing. Once you have a draft, you can use LLM to proofread and polish your writing. Ask it to proofread this text for grammar and spelling, or rewrite this paragraph to be more concise. It's like having a dedicated editor at your fingertips. Diverse format generation. LLMs can produce content in all sorts of formats. You're not limited to just photographs or paragraphs. You can ask for a response in a table or a JSON, CSV file, or even XML format. This is incredibly useful for integrating AI outputs into other applications and systems. Text style unboxing. This is a fun and powerful technique. You can provide an LLM with a piece of text and ask it to describe the writing style. For example, you could give it a snippet from news articles and ask it to describe the tone as formal, informative, and objective. This helps you to understand the nuances of different writing styles. Identifying desired textual features. Building on text style unboxing, you can identify specific features you want to replicate. Let's say you like the way a certain author uses short, punchy sentences. You can analyze their work to identify this feature and then use it as a guide for your own content generation. Generating new content with extracted features. Once you have identified the contextual features you want, you can ask the LLM to generate new content that incorporates them. For example, after identifying a formal, concise style, you can ask LLM to write a business email with the exact same style. Summarization in given context window. Please note that the LLMs have a context window, which is the amount of text they can process once at a time. If a document is very large and exceeds this window, you need a strategy to shorten it. Successful prompt engineering is a team effort between you and the AI. The best strategy is to see the AI as a powerful but unintelligent tool. You provide the direction and vision, and the AI executes. Think of it like working with a skilled intern. You need to give clear instructions to get great work out of it. Let's deep dive into different kind of prompt techniques. First, role prompting. Role prompting is an incredibly powerful technique where you ask the LLM to act as a specific persona. For instance, you could say, "You're a senior marketing strategist. Write an email to a client." This sets the tone, language, and knowledge base for the AI's response. Benefits of role prompting. The main benefit is that it forces the LLM to adopt a specific perspective, leading to more focused and relevant responses. Instead of generic answer, you get a response that is tailored to a particular profession or a character. Nested prompting. Nested prompting is when you use one prompt to generate a new, more detailed prompt for a subsequent query. For example, you could first ask the AI to generate an outline of a report and then use that outline to generate more specific prompt for each section of the report. Chain of thought prompting. Chain of thought prompting is a technique that encourages the LLM to show its reasoning. Instead of just asking for the final answer, you prompt it to explain its thought process step by step. This makes the AI logic transparent and helps you to identify potential errors. Meta prompting. Meta-prompting is about writing prompts that guide the LLM on how to write other prompts. It's a way of setting a framework for the AI, a kind of prompt caption. For example, you could ask the LLM to generate three different prompts to create a product description for a new gadget. It's a higher level of prompt engineering that focuses on process itself. Generating ideas using chaos prompting. Sometimes you need to break out of creative rut. Chaos prompting is a technique where you introduce seemingly random or conflicting ideas into your prompt to see what the AI generates. This can lead to unexpected and innovative solutions you might not have thought of on your own. Understanding non-deterministic nature of AI. One important thing to know is that LLMs are non-deterministic. This means that even with the exact same prompt, you might get a slightly different response each time. This isn't a bug. It's a feature that allows for creative variety. It's why trying a prompt multiple times can lead to a better result. Understanding tokenization of strings. Before an LLM can understand your text, it breaks it down into tokens, which are like words or parts of words. For example, the word unbelievable might get broken into un, believe, and able. Understanding tokenization helps you recognize why some words might cost more to process than others and how to optimize your prompts for efficiency. Using prompt compression techniques. Sometimes your prompt can get very long. Prompt compression is a technique to make your prompts more efficient by removing unnecessary words while retaining the core meaning. This can save your cost and make LLMs processing much faster. Chunking text. Chunking text is the process of breaking down a large prompt into smaller, more manageable prompts or chunks. This allows that LLM to process the information piece by piece, even if the entire document prompt is too large to fit into the same context window. Here are some examples. If you have a 50-page report, you might chunk it into 10-page section. You could then summarize each section individually and then ask the LLM to summarize those summaries to get an overall view of the report. Avoiding hallucination. Hallucination in LLMs are when they generate false or nonsensical information. To avoid this, be as specific as possible in your prompts and consider providing external context or verifiable facts. Asking the LLM to use only provided information is a great way to prevent it from inventing facts. Ensuring fairness and reducing bias. LLMs are trained on vast amount of data which can sometimes contain biases. It's our responsibility as prompt engineers to be aware of this and actively try to reduce this bias. You can do this by asking the AI to provide neutral and balanced perspective or avoid stereotypes. Privacy and data security. When using LLMs, especially with sensitive information, it's crucial to be mindful of privacy. Never input confidential or private data into public LLMs. Always check the privacy policy of the service you are using and consider using models that run on local laptops or computers or on private servers for sensitive data. Giving LLM its thinking time. Instead of expecting an immediate answer, you can prompt the LLM to think step by step. Before providing its final response, this gives the model time to break down the problem, which often leads to more accurate and logical answers, especially for complex questions. When to avoid using regular expressions. Regular expressions or regexes are powerful but complex tools for pattern matching. When working with LLM, it's often better to avoid them and simply describe the pattern you want in plain English. For instance, instead of writing a complex regex to extract phone numbers, you can just say, find all the phone numbers in this text. This makes your prompt more readable and often yields better results. Self-evaluating LLM responses. After the AI gives you an answer, you can ask it to critically evaluate its own responses. For example, you can say, review your previous answer and check for any inconsistencies or errors. This is a form of self correction that can significantly improve the quality of the output.
Thanks for watching our video and stay connected with us for more such interesting topics in the field of information and technology.